Before I start this video, I want to give a special thank you to Cursedkrampus, Ploxus, Apex, and other rich players in Tradelands for helping me make this video. Without your help, I would have had a very inaccurate list of what to put in here, and I feel like my list has grown a lot better for your guys' help, so I'm very thankful for that. Again, thank you very much. Now, enjoy the video. Hello Tradelands, it's your boy Woodwind, and today I'll be doing a top 15 of the rarest Tradelands items. We'll be starting from number 15, which is the most common of the 15, then going to number 1, which is the rarest of all of Tradelands. A couple of rules before we start. No TCL items, which means NAR giveaway items. No auction items, because then it would just be auction items. And last but not least, no mod spawn, except for special cases. Anyways, let's get started with the number 15 spot. So for number 15 on my list, I have chosen the Red Mortar. The Red Mortar was a crate item from 2016 that could have been opened from a rare drop. This item is basically a heavy mortar but upgraded, has a deeper pitch when you shoot it, and will do a lot more splash damage and regular damage, so you get a competitive advantage when you use this item. This item has a very high demand, and there isn't that many in Circ nowadays, so these go for about 8 to 10 mil at the moment, which is pretty nice if you own this item and you came back. But overall, the item is not really that rare compared to most items on this list, but I still included it because of the scarcity of it, and it's going to be rare in a couple of years. Okay, so number 14, I picked the Corn Caves. Coming from the same crate as the Red Mortar, these are slightly rare due to the lower demand they've had over time, meaning they've been traded less and less, and they've been locked up in old accounts that haven't logged into Tradelands in years. These being slightly rarer than the Red Mortar, but lower in price, I believe these are one of the cooler items from that crate, and most people don't even know about them. So here's a clip of them. Okay, for number 13, I put the Pain in the Neck. Pain in the Neck was a accessory that you could have found at Freeport in 2015 alongside the Ghost Pal and the Lantern Man. The Pain in the Neck is much rarer than the other two, saying there isn't too many in circulation now, and most of them are undead or banned accounts. The Pain in the Neck is currently sitting at around 15 to 20 million, and I really truly don't know how many of these are in circulation anymore, but I would assume 10 to 20, 20 being a very high guess, and more likely around 10. For number 12, I put Cupid Carros. These are an item that came from the Valentine's event in 2016, 2015. If I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But these came out a while back, and at first, I don't think they were that rare. But eventually, there was a guy who got banned with a lot of these. They weren't a very common drop, and more just disappeared from circulation. And I would say there's less than 15 of these at this point, 15 to 20 of them in circulation that are on sale now. But this item is extremely rare, and it's pretty cool actually. I think it's a nice item that most people don't really know about. Alright, for number 11, I will be putting in the Verner Cape. Originally on sale at Freeport, the Verner Cape was once purchasable in May of 2016 for about a week when the Verner Expedition was a playable faction. When the Verner Expedition took over Verdantium and made the faction we all know and love, Nova Bareska, and the cape became unpurchasable from the vendor. It is known about 400 of these capes exist, but many of them are on inactive or banned accounts. As a result, little have been seen in circulation, making this item extremely rare and highly desired. Alright, for number 10, we have the fort model. From the 2021 stone event, it was rewarded to the top 25 players who delivered the most stone to remodel Nova for the fort building event. This item is extremely rare as only 25 were given out, and that's why it has made the number 10 spot. Nothing too special about this item, just the furniture. For number 8, I put Beta Furniture. Beta Furniture came out during when carpentry was first released, basically being furniture crafted during the very early days after the housing update. During the first few days of the update that added the carpentry station, you can make furniture such as iron barrels, something that is now impossible to this day, due to the crafting system being overhauled shortly after. A few people realized that this bug would be patched and made some pieces of furniture that would not be craftable to this day. Some of these pieces are such were being displayed in Zach Audio Man's house and in Waldo Lover 64's house. These pieces, which are very rare and limited in nature, are considered very expensive and sought after by some, usually getting about 5 to 10 million for these items. For number 8, I have put glowing fishing rods. Now, glowing fishing rods are extremely rare items. There's only about 70 to 100 of them ever made, and you really don't see these items every day. The cheaper ones like Fro Steel will go for like 400, 500k, but they quickly escalate as you get to the glowy ones, especially if there's a glowy wood. On screen here is Waldo Lover 64's fishing rod, probably one of the rarest ones. But overall, this item is extremely rare, but I can't really move it up any higher since we really do escalate items from after number 8. For number 7, we have 200 Dura Glowies. It came from many different events and giveaways around at the end of beta and the beta times. Very few remain in circulation, and many of them are damaged below their original 200 of 100 Dura states, from simple daggers to even fishing rods and spyglasses. For number 6, I've chosen glowy Bowlongs, obtained through 2016 to 27 Navy crates, or from contests which resulted from the 400 Dura Bowlongs, Cursed Death Metal, and Holy Stellinium Bowlongs, which are probably the rarest items in the game if we're going to consider one of ones. These glowy Bowlongs range from anywhere from 8 mil all the way up to the 60 mil range for some of the rarer ones. Now, there may be some controversy over the pick over the 200 Dura Glowies. I think these are interchangeable in their spots and could switch at any time. Now, before we get to the top 5 rarest items of Tradelands, I want to ask for you to like and subscribe this video. That really does help me, and it makes me motivated to continue making these type of videos where I have to do a lot of research and other things like that. So if you really did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and if you have any changes you think would be made on this list, make sure to comment down below. I really want to hear your opinion on some of these items. Anyways, on to number 5. Now for number 5, we got the powder keg. Given out originally during the gunpowder contest where your goal was to make as much gunpowder as possible, this was one of the items given out. It's kind of similar to the fort model and how many were given out. This back accessory has become extremely rare over the years and can very easily get a pretty penny for what you can get. Below here is an image of Epic Mon and his barrel, which in 2020 sold around for 25-30 mil. Now for number 4, we got glowy cladifier. Glowy cladifiers are extremely rare cladifiers made of premium glowy materials. In the past, many players were given glowy clads from the moderators, but in recent times, there have been 2 glowy cladifiers to exist. These are the Magmite and Stellinium cladifiers. The latter was bought in the Birkeland auction by Waldo and used on his Ares, which you can see to this day in his house, and the Magmite one was given to Blacksmith for a game contribution of making the Reaper. Now we are on to some of the rarest items in Tradelands, where less than 10 of these exist of each, some not even maybe existing anymore. So for number 3, we have the giant flintlocks. Also coming from the gunpowder event during 2017, the oak iron flintlocks came from the 2017 gunpowder event, and all started at 1000 Dura. Only one remains unshot to this day. There are two tradable ones that are spawned in or other contests, such as the Marvelous Burst Steel one and the Glorious Steel one from the Brooklyn auction. The price of these vary from the combo, but they're both extremely rare regardless. In the second place spot, we have glowing paddles. An extremely rare item which only about 15 of them exist, mostly on accounts that you don't even log into Tradelands anymore. None of these are really even tradable anymore, saying that most of the owners have kept them over the years and aren't really willing to trade them. These, I can't even give a definitive value because of how rare the item is, but if you ever see one in game, consider yourself lucky. This is one of the rarest, if not the rarest item in Tradelands. Now for number 1, what I believe is the rarest item of Tradelands history, the Classic Sword. The Classic Sword was for early players of the Players Union, which was kind of a friend group for NAR. Very few are in existence, and one from the Brooklyn auction, which was Oak Iron. Some other ones are Glorious Steel, Mysterious Purse Steel. Unknown how many of these actually exist, but only 3 have been traded in recent years, making this one of the, if not the rarest item of multiple copies that isn't an auction item. Thank you for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it and researching these items, though I think I could have improved this list a little bit with a little more research. I think this is a pretty definitive list for the items that aren't auction or are mod spawn. That's just my belief, but you know. Make sure to like and subscribe on this video, or Nar Sign and Vic Wessel will find where you live and put a bomb in your mailbox. Just kidding, but make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.